Mike Elliott is the mayor of Brooklyn Center. Now, on April 11th, when Daunte Wright, a 20-year-old black man, was shot and killed by a white former police officer of Brooklyn Center, Kim Potter, Mike Elliott held a press conference the next day. This is no knock on Mike, but this is to illustrate and unravel what happened and what could have been done better. At that press conference, Mike Elliott allowed the former police chief, the then police chief, Tim Gannon, to speak. By giving Tim Gannon space and time to speak, Tim Gannon was able to put out the excuse that Kim Potter mistakenly reached for her Glock 22 when she meant to reach for her taser. The danger of this, and what some people would call propaganda, is that he was then able to put out a narrative. When we talk about how powerful narrative is, he was able to put out the narrative that will affect the legal court and also the court of public opinion that she didn't mean to do this. This was an accident. This wasn't intentional. The issue with that is now we have a public excuse that's out there when Tim Gannon couldn't have been given any space to speak at all, and it could have just been Mike Elliott. So there's no excuse put out there in the first place. But what the excuse does is that it assists and it helps Kim Potter down the line. The issue with saying that it was an accident, Brooklyn Center Police Department, I believe, has the option for their taser to be on their for their taser to be a non-dominant draw or a cross draw, which means that whatever Kim Potter had it as a non-dominant draw or a cross draw, she would have had to do one of two entirely different movements with her right hand or her left hand to reach for her taser. And as a veteran on the force for over 20 years, she probably should have known what she was doing. So when we talk about it being an accident, you could also say that it was reckless. And right now she's only been brought up on manslaughter 2. And when we talk about Pete Orpit not going for murder charges, when we look at murder 2, which Derek Chauvin was convicted of, the definition of murder 2 in Minnesota is causes the death of a human being without intent to affect the death of any person. Could you say that that's what happened in the case of Kim Potter? And furthermore, what are the dangers of allowing cops to speak at press conferences after their coworkers have publicly executed somebody?